What is up, everybody? You know what it is, the one and only The Fix After Show. So CJ pops Leo and saves Brother Matthew. Sevvy takes Wolfe down into the lion's den, and Riv gets on one knee and has to take his ring back to the country. Let's go, let's get it.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, I like this. Hey.
I'm glad they got us some cool little intro music. And, you know, we can, I don't know if I would dance to this. You're doing a good job.
I would.
Hey, no, you're doing a good job.
Hey.
You're doing a good job. I just would not. I'll just talk over it, but it's all good. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Lim Gonzalez here, and I got my squad, my angels in the building. I'm always so happy to do this show with these beautiful women, like super beautiful black women. Oh, can we get a hand of praise? Hey, glory to the Lamb. All right, next to me is the one and only. She's a model, and she's beautiful. Zuri Shalice in the building.
Hey guys, how are you?
Yes, we good. We good. And of course,
Every time I see her, I see
the one that just won't stop talking. She's always at the wrong time. She got the suede on today, ladies and gentlemen. Angel Taylor in the building.
Hey guys.
Yes. And we just found out that she is a Trump supporter.
Wow.
Jokes on jokes. It's not true. That is not true. Laura
It
Mail's
really
in the
is.
building.
Hey, thanks for assassinating my character.
Yeah, it's all good. I said right after, not true.
Yeah.
Right after.
Live
guys.
on
Yes.
YouTube right now.
Yeah.
So, let's break down this episode. We got the live chat going. So if anybody is in the live chat and wants to join, let us know you're there and give us some questions so we can answer and we can talk amongst ourselves and with you. So let us break down this episode. What'd you all think about this particular, we're almost to the end. Next week's the finale. They give us a really good cliffhanger. What do you guys think?
I was happy again that it wasn't all about Sevvy did it. I know that was my spill last week, and I'm happy to get about it this week.
So you were
I
pleased.
told y'all he did not do it.
I believed it, but just Maya Travis is like, he did it. Finally.
Very true.
Okay, what'd you think?
I love this episode just because they gave us so much in one package. You know, we got down to who the stalker was, and we actually captured him.
Well, we knew who the
actually
stalker was, but yeah.
killed him. Well, they knew.
Right.
Like, everybody knew at this point.
Right.
And caught him red-handed. We were able to kill him this episode.
We were able to
and
kill
get
him.
him out the way.
Right.
And then Maya finding out that Matthew may not be her road dog after all. And, I mean, just a lot of good gold nuggets this episode.
Okay.
That's
Lauren,
what
what'd you think?
I was most excited that now Maya's realizing that Matthew's not, all like, oh,
You were
yeah.
excited about that?
Yeah, because I think she should know. No, I'm not excited
Yeah.
that he is like kind of playing her, but I'm glad that she knows. I mean, we're finding out a little bit late, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that she's now aware, like, oh, wow. She knows him, she knows who he is. But yeah, I thought it was good. I think the cliffhanger just, I think, had us all upset. I think it was really cute how we thought it was over and we took our headphones off and then we saw the preview. And we were like,
Hold on.
Wait,
What's going on here?
so I
Right.
think that's a testament of how great of an episode it was. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as far as episodes go, because it is getting to the end, I think they are definitely starting to tie up these loose ends, and we're starting to see some things. We saw some people we hadn't seen in a while, so Star is one. We hadn't seen her in a while. She had a big part in this episode. We'll break that down. And also we saw...
The brother had a line.
Oh yeah, the actor that keeps switching the actors out. We're like, who's it? It's like, who was that? Anyway, I'm gonna date myself, but
Sevvy's
Yeah.
African American son.
right.
His
Really
name
got
is
to
Sevvy
talk.
Johnson Jr. I looked it up.
Is it
okay.
really?
Yeah, on IMDb.
Oh, okay.
So he actually does have a name.
Oh, he
He
has a
should
name.
have had a bigger part than Gabe,
Yeah.
my opinion. But
Yeah,
okay.
especially being a junior.
Well, gay. I mean, I guess. I mean, I think
They should
gay.
call him Junior.
Junior!
Oh,
We
God.
wouldn't know because they never address him.
Right. Well, you never got to talk. We just see him frown
Why
or
wouldn't
smile.
Sevvy have his Junior go hide the bag?
I don't know,
Why
but he
the
was
stepchild?
he was closer
We
to
will
Gabe
find
though.
out in episode 10.
Exactly. He was closer. He was
But
obviously
why?
closer to Gabe.
Let's flush that out and explore that.
Yeah,
All
I think he was obviously closer to Gabe. He trusted Gabe. I think they had a special bond that he did not have with Junior. Apparently, with the way that it was written in the script. He also, if you look at it, even with Star, like he didn't really have a good relationship with Star. So basically, the kids that he had with our girl
Jules.
Thank you. The kids he had with her, he wasn't really that close with. He was close with. Well, he has another. Isn't there another kid that
Yeah, Sunny, the little girl.
Right, the little girl that we saw like once in episode 2 or something.
Where's she at?
She was only in the pilot episode. We don't know where she is.
She's out playing.
He's in Vegas.
Yeah.
Jules is, I don't know where. Poor Sunny.
I know.
Free Sunny.
She's with the nanny or
So
something.
Jules is getting on with Gabe, and Sunny's nowhere to be found.
Well, she's with her grandparents. There we go.
Oh, okay. So you just gonna
I'm
make
making something up.
a nanny or
what we
something.
supposed to do? Call CPS because she's just out roaming the streets?
So we definitely need to call it on her and Gabe situation.
Yeah, that's
CPS needs to be called.
Yeah, they're.
Mamas don't do that.
He's technically an adult. It is terrible. Yes, it is very terrible. But he's technically an adult and he can make his own decisions. And she's kind of. I mean, okay. Let me ask you this: since we're on that, do you think? Because at first I thought like she's using him, right? When she did the whole rub thing on the leg, and that's how it all got started.
I'm glad you didn't call it genie on the lamp thing.
Well, you said it for me.
Big ups to Will Smith. I can't wait till lag comes out.
Oh wow, deviating a little bit, but no, we see that that happened, and then she invited him to stay, and then one thing led to another, and then they got it on. But I thought initially that she was playing him right for the sake of Sevvy, because he was like, make sure you keep control of him, but. I feel like now it's a different situation.
I think she's really lonely and Gabe is filling the void.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think she's still playing him, but for herself. She's keeping him close because he clearly
not for Sevvy, just for herself.
Yeah, she needs somebody on her side. She can't count on her kids. Sevvy don't talk. Sevvy Jr. don't talk. So she needs Gabe to what if she needs another bag hidden? Who's gonna do it?
Right.
She doesn't have to be lonely though, because she got the football player.
Vic Marshall. Yeah.
Who we haven't seen also.
Ow.
He's
Yes, we have.
I mean, when?
Like 3 episodes ago.
What are you
it's been
talking
a
about?
while.
When he did the interview.
That was how long ago? That was a whole entire month.
But you don't know what they doing.
Yeah, right. Well, now you're not at home because Gabe's there. And he's been there holding it down. Before we continue to break down further, Ms. Zuri is going to let us know, our viewers knows what's cracking.
Yes. Hey, guys. I just want to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. If you're watching this right now, which I know you are, be sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, give us a 5-star rating on iTunes and leave some great things in the comments. We're all on different panels and doing great things outside of AfterBuzz, so be sure to follow us to keep up on all things TV.
Yes, very good. All right, so let's start at the top of the episode because we do see Mr. Leo. They continue with his story. So he's the stalker, right?
Right.
And so it ended last week with him kind of approaching Maya and like getting a little too close for comfort. And then she kind of just realizing, oh, this is the dude. And so, because he's a terrible stalker, he's like, his stalking game is terrible. So where are you staying at? What's the address? I'm just going to write it down real quick just to make sure you're protected. Anyway, she catches on. They get into a little scuffle. And then she leaves the door open, which was terrible.
Lauren and I both grabbed each other like, oh my God.
That was like a dumb
why did you keep the door open? Like, come on. So she leaves the door open. So they end up, tussling, and then she ends up getting away. And so we find out now, what he's about. They end up, finding his hideout and discover that he basically has been on her. Not only is he tapping the war room, not only is he tapping the house, but he's tapping the car. So he like is on her heavy, knows everything. And it's crazy. Like when he ends up capturing Matthew, right? And he basically tells her, like, he sounds really, like, I think the actor did a really good job because he sounded really crazy. He's like, you don't know what she likes in the morning and the breakfast and, and what and when you're tired and da-da-da-da.
That made me feel some type of way because I could relate. Like, I was
wait, like
she
a
was
good thing?
swooning when he said HGTV. Her heart lit up.
Did you really?
Yeah.
He's a stalker.
I know, but it's like, what if you got a guy that knew that much about you?
Yeah.
That is just beautiful.
That's not you make it seem like that never happens. Like, you don't have to be a stalker to know that about somebody.
I know, but like in real life, that never happens to where your man knows you down to a T like that.
Yeah.
Well, also, your man
When
doesn't
you're
bug
anxious,
your phone
you
and
watch
bug
this.
your house.
When you're lonely, you do that. When you're, I don't know, tired, you watch this. I mean, he knew her.
First of all,
in and out.
if I was your man,
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Talk to me.
I would know those things. I would not stalk you, but I would know that you liked HGTV. I'm just saying. And that you like to be comforted as opposed to explained to, whatever he said. So I would know.
Whatever
I'm just saying.
he said.
I don't
So
know.
he really wasn't picking up the game.
I was picking it up. I'm just saying I would be able to do the same thing without the weirdness.
I need the details though.
Okay. All right. So you like Leo. That's what we're saying.
When I'm cranky,
Yeah.
what I want to watch.
Moving along, so he's talking to Matthew, and I thought it was really eerie that he said, like, you guys have a great relationship. So he even knew to the tune that Matthew was trying to holler at Maya.
He bugged the living room,
Exactly.
so he was able to hear everything.
Everything.
All of those intimate moments.
Everything. That was really crazy. Do you think that with Matthew and being in that situation, did you think that there was some sense of jealousy there because of how he felt about Maya?
That's why he was trying to kill him. Yeah. Of course.
I think Matthew was also like, wow, bro, you're really crazy. Like, we
Like, he
saw
was-
it in his eyes.
Oh,
like,
right.
wow, I don't even know these things about her. And I'm the person that's been at least the closest to having a chance between
True.
the two of us. So I think I literally saw it in his eyes like, wow, this guy is really nuts.
If I were Matthew, it would give me a deeper appreciation for Maya. I would be like, somebody is into her that much. Let me pay attention.
Or
Take
pay attention
notes.
to your wife, Effie.
Oh,
That part. Which, I don't know, Effie, like, I was feeling for her, because I'm like, your man is out there, with Maya, trying to rub the lamp. And then he, basically, she's like turning the tables, like, look, let me tell you something. You running for political office, this is what you gonna do, da-da-da, brings in the little shark that came in that was there for 2 seconds. And she's
Yeah.
like, I got a 130, so this is what
In
you need
and
to
out.
do, da-da-da-da. And, all right, if you need help, I'm out. And it was just like a little Wolf Jr. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not what he
Wolf
wants.
Jr.
Like, really, like, what are you doing? And then, we see that when he's in the hospital, after getting stabbed by your boy Leo, he's in the hospital recovering, and then she's at him again because you like him. Because I'm just saying, like, in the hospital, and then he's literally like, yo, she, Effie is like, okay, so we can get him in the cameras in here, and we can really get it, like, you got to get the momentum. And he's like, I don't want that. Like, I really want to set up this case. Why do you think that she's so adamant about that for him? Because we haven't seen that. We haven't
She's
seen
an
him.
opportunist. I could tell that right off the swing. And plus the fact, I just don't think they're equally yoked. I don't think they belong together. They're in two different worlds. And she's totally with him riding his coattails. She's going to be managing him pretty soon.
Ah, you think so?
Oh, yeah.
I think
Okay.
she knows that they're not equally yoked as well, so she's just trying to get the good when it's good, or whatever that saying is. Like, I think she's just trying to position her life how she wants it to be. I don't even think she cares that what he wants, or if they're, like, on the same page. She's
Yeah,
just
'cause,
like,
like,
this is the
now
life I want to design.
She doesn't have to go hunt down the latest news story, the
Yeah.
local news. She can actually just go on, Real Housewives of LA and live lavishly.
Go ahead.
I kind of feel like the things that she said about Matthew, he doesn't really want for himself. Like, I don't know. I don't think I believe
I
that
agree with
he brought Maya on just to take the fall. And I also don't, I know that he would like a higher position, but I don't think that the way she's presenting it, I don't think it's how he wants it. Like, I think he'd be fine not achieving those things.
Yeah. I do think he brought on Maya. I think it might have been Effie's idea, but I think she made it clear to him, yeah, she's going to take the fall this time. If you're going to do this case again, make sure Maya's here. Like, I'm sure she orchestrated that. He's not innocent in that.
I think he would have brought it up and she kind of like put that on it. Like, oh yeah, and she can take the fall.
Maybe,
Okay.
yeah. She definitely had a say in it, though.
Okay.
She don't like Maya.
Yeah, and I think, going back to what you said, Angela, about the opportunist part, like when, obviously they had a thing, right? We know that they had a thing. It's been the underlying theme across the season, right? The sexual tension between them. When she leaves, I'm sure he wanted to be with her. When she leaves, she cuts off, obviously, all ties, communication, is out in the country, ends up linking up with Riv. So she's out there for 8 years. And so he's left to do like, okay, well, what do I do now? And she obviously was a reporter, so it sounded like she knew about him, Matthew. That was a whole profile case that they were on previously that they lost. So she probably knew who he was, probably like slid in his DMs. Was like, hey, what's going on? And he's a hurt man.
Vulnerable.
You know what I'm saying? Vulnerable. His lady that he really wants to be with left. So he's like, all right, what's up? And then ends up, marrying her. And he really wants to be with Maya. And so being that, she's second, if I can use that term, I feel like she knows that, which is why when Maya came back, she was so salty. Like immediately she was like, you just gonna have her come back? That's what we're doing right now? He had to know, she had to know, you know what I'm saying, the situation, which further I think proves the fact that being an opportunist, wanting him to jump on this political thing that he really doesn't want, but she wants for him, because then she plays an equitable role in the relationship. Boom.
I don't think so. You guys keep saying he doesn't want DA. I think he does. I mean, I think Alan Weiss called him out pretty directly about, hey, I know about you trying to take over this DA role, and I see how you setting things up to make it favorable for yourself when you run. So I don't believe that he didn't want it, because he's positioning himself to get it. So it may be a thing where he doesn't want it as bad as his wife, Effie, does, but he definitely wants it.
Well, then why the pushback then? Why do you think that the fact that how she wants, do you think it's that she just doesn't want to, he doesn't want to go about doing it that she does? Because when she, brings in the shark, he's not happy about that. When he's in the hospital and she brings it up again.
She's tacky. Those are not the methods he would use, because he's very tasteful and he's very reserved. He's kind of not as open and direct as Maya is, or even as much as Effie is. He's very conservative in that way. So I think he would do something like that, but it would be set up more organically. That's so overt. That's over the top, and he doesn't do over the top.
So you think he wants it, but just not that way?
Yeah. I also think Maya coming back, because she's even said it a few times, see, you missed this kind of work. So I think this case is kind of making him excited, or kind of thing maybe I would be okay without DA. Maybe I would kind of want to do this investigative work like Maya and CJ are doing. So I think that is also kind of making him waver, because he's wow, I'm really in the trenches. This is an exciting case. I'm passionate about this again. Or it could just because Maya's doing it, it's making him passionate. Who knows?
I'm just saying, he's definitely has infinity for Maya. So we know that. So I think that
they said it.
aids in that.
They didn't say I love you, but she said I, and he said I know, me too. When he was on the stretcher going into the paramedic.
That's right.
Yeah, they said it.
They said it without saying it. He touched her without touching her.
Rub the genie. Aladdin comes out in the movies. All right. So let's talk about Star. So again, we see Star.
Why do you look at me every time? Sorry.
What's your problem with Star? That's how you feel? Okay, so no, let's talk about.
Didn't you say Star was trash the other episode?
Yes, we all think it.
I did. So I planted the seed. Is that what it is?
You did.
Okay. I still think she's trash.
Oh my God.
I still think she's trash. She came back. I feel okay, just to be trash again, what's going on? So Jules basically wants to kind of have this intervention, right? Finds out, she's talking to Gabe, her new weird boo, or whatever the situation is between them two. Yeah. And so they basically are trying to find out the situation and exonerate Sevvy, right? They want to exonerate him, and the bag comes in conversation again. And they're like, well, Star saw the contents. She's the one that burnt it up. Maybe we should, talk to her. So they basically...
She didn't see the content. She just saw the bag.
Well, she saw... I'm sure she saw the content.
Nobody saw what was inside of the bag.
There was shoes in there and pictures.
Yeah,
I think they unzipped it, and then that's when she grabbed it.
But we saw.
We didn't see it.
No, we did.
Saw that?
We did.
We saw.
that.
That was shoes. There was getaway stuff,
there
right?
was sand and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we saw the contents of the bag.
Yeah.
So if we saw it, they had to see it. So basically, they want her to come on and be able to testify. And again, the whole thing to exonerate Sevvy. And so they have this intervention, and that's when they invite her to dinner. And she feels like it's what's going on here. She comes to dinner, and then that's when we see Junior with his 5 lines, which is great to hear him talk. Or was it 4? And of course, Gabe. And so she's taken back because she thinks it's her and Jules. And so they all sit down and they end up, having dinner. And then Jules, I'm not mad at what she did, but how she did, because it was really rookie. She decides she's going to record the conversation because, again, she has a conversation with Maya. Maya shows up and was like, yo, we need your help, da-da-da. She's like, y'all need to put me on payroll. She always trying to get paid, by the way.
That part.
Just that part. And so she then says, all right, cool. So come up with the idea. She's recording her, but the phone's like right in front of her. And she's like, so what did you say again? Like, oh my
brightness
God.
was so high. Why didn't you turn the brightness down?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
lighting up like a Christmas tree.
all you gotta do is like watch some detective CSI or something. You ain't gotta be all that smart. But anyway, of course, Star, she's like, oh my gosh, are you recording me? Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And so she gets upset. And so, they start arguing and the whole situation. Again, I don't think Star is going to help them. I think now that she, finds out what's going on, of course, we see Star go out and then in the trashy way, she calls her dad and her dad's like, hey, love, how you doing? And
I'm helping you.
And this is like, don't call me that. I'm just going to talk and then I'm going to hang up. Like, first of all, who says that?
Star.
Like, hey, right.
The only Star.
Right. I'm going to yell at you and then I'm going to hang up. So just don't do anything. Let me finish. And then she basically tells him, like, I'm done with you. I'm done with helping you and this and that, da-da-da-da, and I'm out. And so then she's done. So then Sevvy's like, I don't know what happened, because he's in Vegas with Wolfe,
right?
Trying to get some other intel, which we'll talk about in a second. So anyway, what is your take on that? Do you think we're gonna see her in the finale? Do you think she's gonna have some revelation? She's gonna come to her senses, or that's it?
I think we're gonna see her again because I think she knows something about where Jessica may be. So I think we're gonna see her again.
What?
We're definitely gonna see Star again. That's my opinion.
You think she knows where Jessica is?
I would not be surprised.
Really?
There's got to be a reason why she's so Star. Like,
why she's so Star?
I don't know.
Why she's so whack is what it is.
I don't even know where to go with this because she's so fickle. I don't even know whose team she's playing on, because at first, like, Gabe was for Sevvy and she was against him, and she's like, Gabe, wake up, come to your senses.
Right.
He's not cool. And then she turns over a new leaf and she's now Team Sevvy, and Gabe is against him once he discovers the truth. And I don't trust her. I don't trust her judgment. Everything about her is just wrong. She's not trash, but she's wrong.
Okay.
I think we'll see her one last time because it's the finale, but I think when we do this again next Monday, it'll be like, why did she even talk? Like,
Right.
I don't think it'll be significant.
We about to be
It's
big
not.
mad.
Right.
Like, we all about to call her trash next Monday.
I'm telling you. Yeah, no, I mean, if she does show up, because the only reason why she would show up is if she was going to be on the stand.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why she would show up, because that's the only thing that she has. There's nothing else regarding the storyline, unless they connect her, because, not to get into predictions early, but because of the way the show ended, we see that there's somebody watching this. Maya finds out, spoiler alert, that Jessica was not doing the video by herself.
Spoiler alert, was Jessica even beat?
Well, that part too. Like,
because the whole thing was staged.
Well,
like, if
now-
I'm beat, I don't have to, like, rehearse and, oh my God,
Exactly.
let me go back and say his name.
well, that's the whole thing. Like,
She was waiting on this court case to happen?
So apparently, the thing
a
is,
setup.
the thing is that the way they showed us is it puts in question that she's even dead.
Yes.
That's what it puts into question. I mean, we know there's a tombstone and all of that, but it puts into question that she was even dead. And we see at the very, very end, before they cut, is that someone else is looking at that video that Maya was looking at, the unedited version, where you see Jessica be like, oh, wait, I got to say this part.
Yeah.
Talking. And so she's talking to someone else in the room. We know that Star was her roommate and had access to that locker or storage room.
Yeah.
So
Talk about it.
I'm just saying, like, if we do see her, it's either going to be on the stand or she's got something tied to Jessica. I'm going to be mad if they bring her back just for the stand. If she has a tie to Jessica, I'll be like, okay, cool, because that's the storyline.
Yeah.
But if she's just going to go on the stand and just, like, not, or say something whack, then I'll be like, boo.
She's just gonna walk in the room
boo,
dramatically, look at the dad, and sit down. She's not even
Exactly.
gonna say anything.
Probably. Anyway, we mentioned about Sevvy. So Sevvy and Wolfe go to Vegas because They find out, or Sevvy, he becomes a lawyer now. Like he's sitting in,
He's doing his own work
doing his
now.
own
you know what I'm
research.
saying? Like he's literally in the
I
office.
can appreciate that though, and that's why Wolf was like, "Wait a minute, this Negro might be
Right.
innocent."
Well, first of all, that was funny. One, that you said Negro, and then two, the fact that he was like, he's the attorney, and it was like, he really might not have done it.
Oh
like,
my gosh! Like
you're
I
supposed
might
to
be
be
defending
defending him.
somebody innocent.
But
What
we-
is this about?
But we know Wolf's whole thing is like he didn't care if he was innocent or guilty.
Right.
His whole thing was he needed a whole problem case to
needed
get
to win
some
that
money.
case.
He
Yeah.
needed to get some bread. So he comes in there with his 9 toes and right.
And Buckneel's cane.
Right. Right. He did.
Oh, wait a
he
minute,
did
that's
take
Buck's
his cane. He took
That's
his cane.
messed up. You took his money, now you're gonna take his
He took his cane.
Buck lives on.
Dang.
Oh, Buck lives on through the cane. So he comes in there.
Rest in heaven.
Right. We know that Georgia is gone. She bounced. So now Sevvy's like, I'm an attorney now. I'm doing some research, and finds out that there is Jessica was possibly in Vegas, and so we need to go down there and see the footage because this might exonerate me type
Right.
thing. So he can't fly because obviously he's what is it? Not on probation, but he's
He
out
is
on parole.
suspect,
He's out on
yeah.
parole. He's on parole. So they have to end up driving to Vegas. They end up in Vegas, and basically Wolf is having withdrawals because he's a gambler. So he's like, "Oh, we can stay." He's like, "Can't stay there." "Oh, nope, can't stay there." Like, can't even stay at Circus. Like, it was all bad.
He's
like
blacklisted.
He's blacklisted everywhere. So they end up going to one hotel. They find out that there is some footage possibly.
And he's even blacklisted from that one too.
Exactly. And so they end up discovering that there is some footage of her at this gun range.
That worked in his favor, that blacklist.
Exactly. It did. So they find out she was at a gun range. So they look at the footage, they go to the gun range and find out that she's over here popping caps in the freaking targets. And he's like, wait, hold on. There's a few things. Number one, the gun is Sevvy's. And he said it was one that he kept under his pillow or by his bed. Number two, she's shooting. So, and she obviously had good aim because he's like, yo, why is she over here shooting? Because she was trying to kill me. Dun, 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 dun. So now Sevvy's like, yo, she's the aggressor. She was trying to get me. So when I heard that, and I'm like kind of put into a tizzy a little bit because I'm like, wait a second. This changes the whole makeup of the whole plot.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think when you heard that part?
Go ahead, girl. No, you got that tea.
I was trying to be on topic, sorry. But yeah, I don't know why he was shocked. Like, as soon as he saw the gun, like, why didn't he make that connection earlier? But Sevvy's a little slow. But to be
Sevvy is
honest,
slow.
I started thinking that Jessica was alive when CJ went in that room and saw the blood. I thought Leo killed her, and this is why.
Wait, hold on. What?
When CJ went into that room and
found the
and
duct
found
tape.
the duct tape and the
Okay,
blood,
okay.
I thought
Yeah.
that could have been Leo doing that to Jessica because I thought Leo might have kidnapped Jessica or something
To bring Maya back.
What?
Shut the front
I literally, that was what I was thinking the whole
No.
time.
That would be so
Zuri
good.
heard me. Zuri, I
That
was
would
like,
be so good.
Jessica's in there. The blood, I was like, dang, he killed Jessica. Like, you were listening to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yo.
So when that point happened in the show, I was just like, yeah, Jessica's alive somewhere.
That's crazy. I didn't
then
even
the
make
thing
that
at the end,
correlation.
You deserve a reward if that's how. it
Well, I
plays
am
out
an
next
aspiring
Monday.
screenwriter.
Let me find out.
No, that's a really I
a
didn't
great
even
plot
think about that
twist.
because if you think about it, oh boy, your boyfriend, he's very thorough, like very very thorough. Leo is thorough, like you said.
Can
he
I
knows
thump him with this
he knows he knows what she needs when she's sick. He knows what music she likes. All of that, what she had on Tuesday, everything. Animal crackers, that's her favorite. She likes the lion. Like, he knows all of that. So my thing is, he would be somebody to go through the links to kidnap a whole body and possibly kill them, because he obviously killed Buckneil,
Yeah.
so he's not above murder. Kill her just to bring Maya back to continue to stalk her.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But wouldn't he have said, "I killed 2 people for you," instead of "I killed somebody for you"?
Maybe he hadn't killed her yet. Or maybe he hasn't
He
killed her.
did? Oh,
just
yeah, he did.
kidnapped her, and that's okay, because
Right.
he's crazy.
He said I killed some. Well, I mean, he's also crazy, so I don't think his vernacular is going to be on point. Like killing
Yeah, he's
someone
not
or
good at
some
math.
people.
He's
Yeah,
crazy.
like I'm just saying. Like I don't think that's the big. But that's an interesting point to make.
Yeah, I don't know.
We know he killed Buckneil. I don't think she's dead. I don't think she's dead. I know we're not in predictions, but I don't think she's dead. And I think that, I don't know, the whole end just threw me off. Like, I don't know what to think now because I'm like lost. I didn't expect that.
I was thrown off with the last week's preview. The voice sounded like Maya saw like the gun footage, and it's like, I thought that she was the person that said she was trying to kill him. So I was
Wait, what part?
I feel like last week when we saw the preview, it sounded like it was Maya who was watching Jessica shoot the gun and like find out that she was the one practicing. So I was already thrown off when I found out that it was Wolfe and Sevvy who.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it sounded like a woman's voice last week. I could be crazy, but.
Interesting.
So I was already thrown off at that point. So
Interesting.
Completely lost.
What did you all think about poor Riv?
Oh,
Free Riv.
Yeah. So he
I felt terrible
Riv is a
about
real
that.
man.
he's a real dude. He's a real dude. He was like, put me in the trenches. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
He's not a cop, but he's like, I'll be the bait, for Leo. They devised this plan. Didn't end up working because Leo was smarter than average bear. But, they're going to this house. He knew the car was bugged. He was there with CJ's ex, who's in law enforcement as well. And they were waiting for him. Come to find out, Maya's like, no, he's here. And so he has his gun and everything. He's ready. He's ready. So obviously he came down to LA to be with Maya through this whole situation.
Right.
He feels close to her. Everything's gone through. So
He gets a taste of her world.
Exactly.
And he's
exactly.
like, wait a minute, you came back to deal with this shit?
Right.
And so he's confused, like, why do you want to stay here? And she's like, well, if you don't understand why I want to stay here, then you don't know me. And he's
Right.
like, well, I guess I don't.
Right.
But I really feel like Maya is completely emotionally unavailable. Like, not even, like, she would not be in the running for his heart at all.
Yeah.
She would be like, oh, okay, you want to leave?
I mean, he
Okay,
almost
well,
died for her.
bye.
Like, how can someone put their life on the line for you and propose to you the same day and you're like,
Eh.
yeah, like, ouch.
What do you think she's holding back on? Because I was just trying to figure out an instance where she could still have her life in LA and be with him. Is that unheard of? They didn't even throw out any options. Like, let's sit down and compromise before I say yes. Are you willing to allow me to come to LA maybe once every 3 months? Like,
Yeah.
can I keep my house? Like, they didn't even negotiate. So it was like a flat out no from Maya to me because she wasn't even willing to compromise. And that's not what women do. When we want a man, we gonna compromise.
Yeah, she's really not that into him.
I was
guess.
happy that Riv left her. I think he
Yeah.
loved
He's
her.
put up enough.
He deserves better.
He deserves better.
Not that she's like not qualified or not good enough for him, but she's not the right type of woman for him.
Emotionally not equally yoked.
Yes.
There's
'Cause
that
she is
reference
unavailable.
again. Equal. I think that Maya escaped to Riv. You could tell that LA is her home. She loves what she does, right? Since she's been on this case, she's invested. She had a stalker. She was like, "Psst, ain't nothing." Like, she wasn't tripping off that. Her whole thing was like, of course she wanted to bring Sevvy to justice because she felt like she lost the last time. But this is what she loves to do. And so Riv is a country boy. He says it every time. I'm from the country. I like the horses. I don't think that's Maya's bag. Maya was out there because she needed to escape the whole situation because it was so
It was
hard
like
on
an
her.
8-year vacation for her.
Basically. And Riv was there with open arms. Once she got a taste of being back in LA, even though Riv came, Riv can't fit into her world.
Right.
And so him proposing to her was like a last straw. Like, okay, well, I love her. I want to show her how serious I am. I almost took a bullet for her. So here's a ring. And she's just like, you know what?
But first of all, that was dumb on Riv's part. That was terrible timing.
It was terrible
And
timing.
my good friend just got stabbed because of me. CJ put her life at jeopardy because of me. You put your life at jeopardy because of me. Somebody just died, and you want to propose right now? I cannot get happy enough to say yes right now. So it was really bad timing. Even though, if she wanted her man, she would have said yes, and she would have been like, baby, next time, just wait until this blows over, because that was terrible.
And that's really the end of the story. Like, she does not want him like he wants her. She, like I said, he doesn't fit in her world. This is her world. I don't think, it's not like she wants Matthew or anything like that. I think it's just that, because when he's there, he's like bored and not doing anything. And that's why, that's honest.
He didn't have a purpose, so he turned into a chef.
He turned into a chef and turned into a stunt double and like
He
all of this
turned
stuff.
into,
Like
a handyman and
Right.
then a stalker for the stalker.
Yeah, put me in the game,
and
coach.
a detective, and he was just doing team too much.
Right, because he does love Maya,
Yeah.
like he does love Maya, and I feel for him because I've cared for someone that didn't care for me the same way. So I see what he deals, but I would never propose to someone after their friend got stabbed and I was a stunt double. I'm just saying I wouldn't do that. So, but at least he knows. You know what I'm saying? At least he knows he can go back to the country with the horses.
Bring Effie.
Damn.
Wow, just
She needs love.
Effie's not.
Effie's
Effie
not
is
loving.
not loving right now. Effie just
He
wants.
don't have enough money for her.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she needs to be on the Real Housewives of LA.
She needs to be on
So,
something.
I
She's
can't
just
do that
not.
in the
She's. Not, I
country.
can't see Effie with no horses.
But did you see Maya go after him at all? No, she let that go too.
Of course, because that's not her thing. Maya's a city girl. Maya is all about these streets, LA. She wants to, put bad guys away, solve crimes. That's what she wants to do. Like, he wants to make stroganoff, and ride horses. And that's cool, but that's just not what she wants.
Right.
So it is what it is. But I did feel bad for him. However, we do see, and we mentioned this already at the very end, that Jessica was not, Maya's doing her detective work, kind of by accident, but pauses it, finds out that she's not in the, what is it? Storage unit by herself when she's making the tape. Because as previously noted, we thought that she kind of self-taped this whole situation, which is why I think going into the next episode, if we do see Trash Star, is going to be connected to that because she was the one that
Robbie's
knew.
gonna get you.
Well, I'm
We should
just
have
saying.
asked her on this show.
What?
We should have asked Star to come in.
Oh,
speak
to-
up
We
for herself.
definitely can't now. You guys have completely.
We like her as a person. I'm sure she's
No,
cool.
we're talking
As a
about her character. We're not assassin. I don't know her as a person.
I know,
Just
but
her
it's
character.
just bad.
It's just you like some characters and some characters you don't like. Just saying.
Yeah.
So that being said, let's get into predictions. Let's do that.
No.
Yes.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right. Okay, so we just mentioned about how the show left us. Big fat cliffhanger, probably the best one so far. What do you think is going to go forward into the next episode? Start with you, Lauren.
Okay, I think Jessica's not dead. I think Star knows something. That's why she's being so Star. I think we're gonna see her again. I don't know. I think Wolf. I think something's gonna happen to him. I don't know if he's gonna make it.
Die?
I don't know. I just feel like something life changing is gonna happen to Wolf.
Like on a favorable thing.
Yeah,
Like he's
something.
gonna-
Something
Like, lose
scary.
like a pinky.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna come take something else. It won't be enough time. I don't know.
He's
It's
gonna
like
run
I'm
out of what do they call it?
Appendages.
Phalanges.
What else? There's just so much stuff going on. Jules is about to get do or die. It's just gonna get good. I'm excited.
I definitely think Jules was the one in the storage room with her. Because if Star had access to the storage room, what makes you think Jules doesn't have access?
I have a quick question. When we saw Jules driving down PCH, where was, I can remember, this was like a few episodes ago. Where was she going again?
To Vic
To
Marshall's
Vic's.
house.
To and from Vic's.
Oh, okay.
And she didn't want Sevvy to know.
They were
Okay,
sleeping.
that's what it was. Okay, I was just trying to see if there was correlation. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I definitely think that Jules is the man behind the mask, and she kind of coerced this situation. And I don't know how she would benefit other than Sevvy going away for a really long time and then her taking over all of his assets, if that's even a thing. Yeah, I just think Jules is kind of puppeteering a couple of things. It'll be revealed next.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna see that evil grin that Jules always has on her face.
She does do
We're
that
gonna
well.
see why she always has it. I think CJ's gonna save the day again,
Yeah.
and I think Maya's gonna come back to Sevvy did it, and that's why we saw him in that jail suit.
Oh, in the previews.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not saying he's gonna stay in jail, but I think she's
Right.
gonna find another reason to
put
Sevvy
him
did it.
away.
Yeah.
Can we all come to a consensus that Sevvy did not do it now?
I don't think he did it. I mean, I didn't think he did it
You?
from 3 episodes ago.
I never thought he did it.
Okay, so we all agree Sevvy didn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah. But it would be good writing if he did.
Yeah, it just doesn't, based on the fact that he doesn't, like, even though he has issues, like, of course, but he doesn't come off to me as someone that's vindictive or that would be someone to kill someone, to do that. I feel like he has, obviously, with the whole drug-induced scene that we saw, the one episode, and he obviously has beat women, so he's not above, that. But to kill someone, I feel like that's not the situation. And so I think it'll be interesting to see what what really happened, because now we know that, she was trying to kill him, according to Sevvy.
Well, perhaps the person that got Jessica, if she's even saved Sevvy's life. So Sevvy probably wouldn't be here if that person hadn't intervened.
True.
And took Jessica out of the mix.
Right.
It would be rest in heaven to Sevvy Johnson.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it's going to go. Like, I don't think Sevvy did it, but that's the only thing I can really, kind of affirm. Other than that, I think definitely Star is still trash. That's one thing I can confirm as well. Aside from that, I don't know. Like, I mean, there's the Gabe thing. There's there's so many different ways this could go. I do think, what was it you were saying, that something as good is going to happen to Wolfe? Like, or sorry,
gonna happen to
Lauren.
Or something.
I think
something
that,
obscene.
Life-changing an epiphany.
Yeah, I think that, because I think the whole thing going to Vegas, I think that was huge for him, because the fact that it needed to be Vegas and he couldn't, do what he would normally do with the whole gambling thing.
It was a character development happening there.
He lost his toe. Like, there's a lot of things. Georgia left. So there's a lot of things. He's kind of humbling him, right?
Yeah, because he cried on camera. So.
Exactly. And then when he was just like, oh my gosh, I don't think Sevvy done it. So I think that he's going to become good out of this. I think something else is gonna turn the tides.
Maybe Penelope will
good is a stretch. I would say he will become neutralized.
Neutralized?
He was so bad that
he's just gonna be
good
even?
is just too polar. Like, I feel like he'll come somewhere in the middle.
I love his character. His character is so, like, dynamic, though.
I think he'll have a redemptive quality. Does that? Okay,
fair.
there we go.
Very fair.
I don't say be good.
Because there's something about him, you still want him to turn over a new leaf. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't want all his toes to get slashed. Like, there's something about him. You're kind of
did.
Okay.
Especially when he called up the gambler instead of paid his debt. Like, I wanted his throat to be slashed at that point, because I was over it.
Okay.
All right. Well, on that note, that violent note by Angel, that has been our show. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. Man, next week is the season finale. It's going down. I can't wait. Make sure you join us, because we, of course, will be back. And we were supposed to have a guest tonight. She was not able to make it, but she's going to make it next week. So we will have her in the studio. It's going down. So make sure you tune in, because it's going to be an awesome show. We're going to find out if Sevvy really did it. I've been your host, Lim Gonzalez, and you can find me everywhere at Lim Gonzalez. Zuri Shalise, where can the people find you?
At Zuri Shalise, ZuriChellece.
Boom.
Get it, girl. You can find me, Angel Taylor, on Instagram at Angel Taylor, ANGELE, Taylor _
Hey, guys, you can find me on Instagram at Lauren Out Loud.
Yes. Make sure you tune in next week. It's going down. It's going to be amazing. We're going to be here. So make sure you show up. Boom. Peace.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.